I've gone ahead and temporarily put the cowl onto the fuselage so I can see how far this is from the firewall to the opening of the cowl. And it looks like it's right at 16.5 centimeters. And that includes this little tab that's sticking off here on the ruler. So again, we're right at 16.5 including that, so we're about 16 3/4. As you can see with the standoff mounted against the engine and the ruler butted right up against the end, the prop washer here comes to about 15 3/4. Our measurement on the cowl is about 16 3/4. So we're going to have to add a full centimeter to the length of this engine. This plane was made more for a DLE 55, etc., but it's a good idea to check the length of your engine from standoff to prop washer and compare that with your engine, or with your engine box. Your engine should be just a hair longer, maybe 1/8 of an inch longer than the distance from your engine box to your cowl. That way this prop washer sticks out just about 1/8 of an inch so your spinner can clear the cowl but not be too far away. You can see I've mounted this engine up with the spacers here. These are nylon spacers, and I'll eventually replace these with aluminum, but I wanted to continue on the build thread, and I had these handy. But you can see now that I put the cowl on with those spacers in place, we are right at about 1/8 of an inch, maybe a bit more. So I may look for some aluminum spacers that actually are just a hair shorter, but this is a pretty good distance. I like to have it between a 1/16 and 1/8 of an inch, somewhere in that range, for a nice tight appearance, but is not going to cause any rubbing on the cowl. I wanted to show you guys how well this PTE 72 fits inside this cowl. So I put the spark plugs and the caps on just temporarily. Obviously the ignition isn't mounted anywhere yet, but with all of the hardware on there, this cowl slips straight on very easily and is not going to require any drilling, any modification. The head's clear completely, so you're not going to have to Dremel out the cowl for heads at all. The only things we're going to have to do on this PTE is to drill a couple holes for the exhaust to come out, and then of course your air exit, and we'll talk about all that in a little bit. Now if you use some other engines, the head could end up sticking out further out of the bottom. The other really nice thing is that both heads are right in line with these openings, so you're getting maximum cooling right through these. So with a little bit of baffling, we can direct all that air straight onto these heads and back out the bottom of the cowl, giving you really effective cooling and performance out of your engine. So the PTE 72 or the DA 70 would both be great fits in this plane.